Is this the best Eros ever made or just overrated? Because after wearing Versace Eros Najim, I've got a strong opinion, and it's not what you think. Stay tuned.
In the haze of fragrance fire, I step through the door, scented paradise.
Welcome to Scented Paradise. And before we dive into this amazing designer fragrance pickup, I got one thing to say. This is absolutely dynamite, and I think it deserves a little more appreciation and some love. Some people find the dry down to be generic, and I can understand that, and I respect other people's opinions. However, it's not generic to me. And the opening here, I still kind of pick up a little of that Eros DNA and kind of some of Eros Flame. What really stands out here is caramel. You got some oud and some spices, and I think this is one of their best takes for the Eros line because it's got this nice Middle Eastern twist. And I think this was an amazing idea. They decided to add a Middle Eastern Eros flanker. This is very warm, seductive, fall, winter, evening kind of wear, date night, suit and tie, at least to me. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting here. And I've spent quite a bit of time with this fragrance, and I gotta say, I think this is the best one they did, besides Eros Energy, but that's for like spring and summer. But for like winter and fall, when it's cold out and you want something warm and cozy, I feel like the caramel hit here is kind of like this drizzled, like over my favorite ice cream dessert. And let's talk about Sillage for a little bit. The Sillage here, I'd say it's moderate. Nothing beast mode, really. It's kind of intense within maybe the first 1.5 to 2 hours, and then it settles down. Far as projection, to me, I would say 2 to 2.5 hours, maybe 3 at the best. It kind of does fill up a small room, especially in the area that I'm in currently. I definitely smell it, and longevity, I get about a solid 8 hours, which is quite impressive when it comes to Versace, especially in the Eros line. I remember when I had the EDT, I loved it. I had the EDP, and that was great too, which is still a popular one. But when the Parfum came out, that was my go-to because it's grown up and mature. And when Eros Energy came out, magnificent. So with that being said, I still kind of pick up some citrus from like Eros Energy in the opening. It's got a little bit of that citrus DNA there. Then you still kind of get that core DNA of Eros, and then boom, you got a little bit of that Eros Flame. So with that being said, this is definitely worth checking out. However, I could see how this one is kind of divided. Some people didn't like it, some people love it, and some just find it to be a money grab or a generic version with a Middle Eastern twist. And that's okay. But you know what? At the end of the day, what matters is what you like. And I really, really like this one. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Ciao for now.
Yeah, step in the mist. Yeah, the bottle so rare. Cloud so loud, leave a scent in the air. Top notes pop like a person show flame. Send it paradise, remember the name.